I welcome Mr. Himanshu Sagar, who is a principal process engineer in Motmac Donald Company, which is in Ahmedabad. It is a design-based and consultancy-based company, and today he is going to present a topic of multi-purpose plant for our chemical engineering students of 7th semester. So, sir, we welcome you. Please start the session.
Thank you for providing me opportunity basically, and it's very nice to talk with the students when we as a chemical engineer deal with the different kinds of plants and chemicals. So basically our topic is today is multi-purpose plant. When the words comes with the multi-purpose itself, everybody understand that the plant itself is having the different purposes. So purpose different purpose means now basically when we say a multi-purpose plant is very agile and basically allow manufacturer to meet the specific demand and quality parameters, and they provide the flexibility permit the various design strategies. So one by one we go. What is it means flexibility permit various design strategies? Now in multi-purpose plant, different type of equipment, different type of utilities, different type of material of construction can be used in a single plant. So when the product requirement is different and changes, so flexibility is giving the specific design. Now flexibility provide manufacture the various product in a single plant. This is a very unique one, but it is not very new in the chemical industries. It is very old uh, phenomena that where the flexibility comes. Basically in a single plant there is a campaign based plant. So 2 months one product, after 3 months there will be to another product, so then again third product. So there the different products can be manufactured in a single plant. But most of the multi-purpose plant are the batch operation plant, not the continuous, because continuous production plant has a different identity and different requirement, while in the batch production you can uh, reluctant to the specific quantity. So means one reactor has 1 kl, so you can produce accordingly, so the product can be changed easily. Third, next point is flexibility various unit operation in a single roof. Now when we say a various unit operations means different type of unit operations. uh, Everybody understand the McCubbins with very well: heat transfer, mass transfer, crystallizer, humidification, dehumidification, dryer, concentration, separation. So there are number of unit operation can be done in a single roof. Then again we can talk with the various material can be used in a single plant. So different material: carbon steel, stainless steel, 316, 316L, histoloid, tantalum, titanium. So various material can be used in a single plant. Another one, the modular design aspect. Modular design aspect is very unique one because similar kind of 1 kl reactor you can put second another 1 kl reactor, another 3 kl reactor, so the stream will be single one. So modular plant can be designed accordingly. And the last one, world class quality and standard. What does it mean world class quality and standard? Everybody is manufacturing the products, but each and every product has its own characteristics. When you manufacture the plant, the end product have a 97% purity, 98% purity. But when you provide extra amount of operations which provide you the very much processing equipment, where the product can be up to 97 to 99%, even 100% purity you can achieve with the multi systems. Now this Now the industries, what industries cater here? If you see different industries: pesticide, insecticide, and herbicide. These are all the different words, but it has its own phenomena, because pesticide has its different characteristics, insecticide has different characteristics, and herbicide has similar. Chemical bulk drug, pharmaceutical bulk drug, specialty chemical, API pharma plants, general chemical products, then mineral processing, fine chemical, and numbers of other products. Because this in multi-purpose plant like today is the demand for the monsoon is specifically gyro auctions. So they produce pesticide in single plant. Now after 3 months the product has been required to be changed, then again new product has been comes into the picture. So different type of pesticide can manufacturing in a single plant. So it is a campaign base every 1 month, 2 month, 3 months. So product has been changed in the plant, single plant. Similarly in the chemical, blood drug, pharmaceutical, specialty chemical. So this different industries use a different multi-purpose plant, campaign based. Now when we say a multi-purpose plant, what it consist of? Multi-purpose plant consists of different batch reactors, batch as well as the continuous distillations, various type of dryer, crystallizer, filtration, phase separations. So many more equipment and unit operation will be used. Single plant. So when we say why is a batch operation, now when we go step by step, first is my step is alkylation. Okay, then again second step is a reduction process, then third step is my separation, and then I want to sell the in the product as a powder form. So I need the crystallizer. So in one product a crystallizer required is normal crystallizer, but in second product when I will change the product is required solid separator type crystallizer, spin flash dryer something, or a dryer. So you can use that one in a optional one. So second product has a temperature phenomena of 80 degree, 90 degree, so you cannot use direct crystallizer high temperature. You can go for the tray dryer. So so multi-purpose unit operation can be used in a single plant. Now the another one is we comes into the multi-purpose utilities. Why we call it multi-purpose utilities? First is normal cooling cycle. Okay, now cooling cycle has been completed, then this second reaction will be you have add the chemical and you have to heat up to 150 degree, 200 degree temperature. So you require the steam. So when you heat the product, so again the temperature goes. Now you have to cool down again. So use the cooling water. Now up to the sub cooling before crystallizer you have to sub cool down up to 0 degree. So you require chill water or chill brine. Okay, then after is coming to the products like different. So chill water use, chill brine has been used. Again different utilities when it comes into the hot oil. Why is hot oil is also required? Everybody is understanding what is hot oil. It is basically a thermic fluid which is being used up to 250 degree, 300 degree temperature. When the reaction the hot oil is being used. Now when hot water is used, hot water is basically when the product is sensitive to high temperature, not a oven up to 100 degree. So hot water is being used up to 70, 80 degree temperature, where product sensitive product can be handled with the heating cycle. Now what is PSA nitrogen and liquid nitrogen? Basically when we talk about the nitrogen is basically used the blanketing the system. What is now a blanketing means basically when the product reaction has been started, we doesn't require any oxygen to be ingress in the system. So continuous nitrogen has been purged into the reactor vessel, reactor column. So which continuous nitrogen purging is required, which doesn't do the oxidation potential create the. Again the liquid nitrogen similar operation, but the liquid nitrogen has a very high purity, 99.999%. So it is somewhere used in the liquid nitrogen. Now another utilities we call the RO water, DM water, or WFI. The word is very new. You have river world water for injection. Now this is water for injection is basically used in pharma industries. So you require very high purity water in the system, because you doesn't require in the bulk drug or any fine chemicals in the pharmaceutical, you doesn't dissolve the product in the normal water. You require the very high quality water. because it directly ingress with the material and you are taking as a oral substance. So for the drug manufacturer, water for injection is very high, less than zero point 0.1 conductivity water is being used. Now a DM water, similar one. When the normal blood drug plant is used, a DM water is being used, and RO water. So where the specific meat is about the 100 TDS, 150 TDS, you can use the RO water. I'm audible, everyone? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So if anybody has a question, can ask in between. So now, last aspect is the multi-purpose material of construction. Okay. Now, what is multi-purpose material construction? A multi-purpose material construction is in single plant. You can use the different type of materials. Glass line reactor means the reactor with the inside glass coating. Then again like SS304, 316, 316L. Again, exotic material like 904 and HEST alloy. Again, very high quality nickel based component Inconel and Monel. Then normal reaction where the reaction doesn't require any corrosion or anything. You can use the mild steel and carbon steel. Now, when we use the PTFE and PFA line, the word is very new. Everybody knew the word Teflon. The Teflon generic name is the PTFE, per tetrafluoroethylene. It is basically generic name of the Teflon material. Now PFA, perfluoroacetylene. So basically similar to PTFE. It's a one grade down. Both are the fluoro compound. What is usefulness of this both material? This is a non-metallic material. Basically PTFE has very high corrosion resistance to the acidic as well as the basic. So you can use the PTFE in PFA line reactor in the process. So you can when this also use one more, a material like if it is a chlorination and bromination is their reaction. Chlorine and bromine both are very highly toxic material as well as the highly corrosive. So you cannot use even SS material 904. So you have to go for the non-metallic pipes or non-metallic fitting, non-metallic reactor vessels. So you have to use the PTFE and PFA lined systems. Now again another non-metallic material PP and HDPE. When the process is not very high temperature, reaction is normal at temperature, and only a acidic material is reaction is there, or somewhat basic. So you can use normal polypropylene or high density polyethylene reactor and piping. Now these are the different multi-purpose construction has been used, but how this can be used in the plant? It is like we can start one process. One process has the acidic nature process. Okay, so we have taken the reaction in the glass line reactor. Now glass line reactor cannot very good for the basic concentration when the pH is higher than 10, 8 or 10. So you can use the glass line reactor. So again you have to use the like SS316, 316L. But in this case, might be because of the component, you cannot use SS304, 316. So again you have to go for the HEST alloy. So the second reaction will be use the HEST alloy reactions. Now again the piping, when you purging the any chlorine or bromine, you cannot use like glass line piping or something else SS304, 904. So you have to use like the material like Inconel and Monel. So the flexibility within a plant of carried out different reactions, different materiology, different aspects will be useful in the process. And so this is the different. Now this is a simple brief about the how has been used. Now we will start with the very good process reaction cycles. Now again, so this is the brief about how what is multi-purpose plant, how it is constructed, and how it is being used. Now we start with the process like batch reactor. Okay, a batch reactor has been a glass line reactor. Now again the product and process is utilized like a different, like a alkylation, Grignard reactions, any process reaction is there. Now reaction has been done at the very highly exothermic reactions. So during the exothermicity you required the cooling water system. Okay, so we have used the cooling water. Now cooling water can be used up to only 30-degree temperature. You cannot cool the material below 30-degree. So what we have to do, we have to use the chill water. If you see this slide, a chill water being used. So from 30-degree to reaction cool down to 10-degree, 15-degree, chill water is being used. So material is sub down cooling to the 10-degree. Now I have to do the crystallization of the same products. Now crystal can be occur at minus 15-degree temperature. So you cannot use the chill water at the same time. So what you have to use the chill brine. What is a brine? Is it basically a brine is like a different salt or different type of alcohol being used with the water, which the freezing point is minus 50-degree, 40-degree of the liquid. So this chill brine will be used to crystallize the product in the same reactor at the minus 15-degree temperature. So you crystallize the material in the same reactor with the chill brine operations. Now again we will go to uh, the process has been completed, first crystallization, but during the crystallization you required to remove the solvent. So what happened, the batch reactor applied here with the heating cycle, and you remove the any solvents, ethanol, methanol, toluene, any xylene, paraxylene, any solvent can be used, distillate out from the reactor by heating purpose. Now product has been crystallized. Now we have taken the crystallized products, but at the concentration of 10%. Okay, now there is a 10% of concentration is there. Now we have to separate the solid as well as the liquid. Now what we have to do here, the product has been sent to the different type of separator where the phase separator has been done. So liquid has been separated, and you can see a phase separation after filtration. Okay, the phase separation will be done. So liquid has been separated out and solid has been separated out. Now the solid has been sent to the a crystallizer or dryer. A dryer may be a different type of dryer. You can see a tray dryer, a continuous spin plus dryer, normal open reactor dryer, then the vacuum bottom dryer. So different type of dryer can be used to get the crystal products. So here if one product can be used in a tray dryer when the campaign has been changed, like one product has been manufactured up to 3 months, pesticide product. Now after 3 months new product has been come, but the phase separator has the issue that you cannot separate the product very easily. So what you have to do, you have to use the different type of crystallizers here, spin plus dryer. So same plant has the spin plus dryer which provide you to take it the drying product from the same crystallizer. So in a single plant you can use a tray dryer also, you can use it crystallizer also. Same for the filtration, you can use the normal filtration like agitated notch filter, normal notch filter, normal filtration like a candle filter. Same product you can say. Now phase separation, you can use a reactor or normal vessel as a phase separation, normal horizontal gravity separator you can use here. So in single plant there is a combination of different sets of equipment which provide you to meet the specific demand when the product has been changed. So here we can see a different unit operation with the different cycles. Anybody has a questions or they can ask easily, sir. Hello. Hello.
Getting, sir, getting.
Anybody has a question? Okay. Now we move to the multi-purpose material construction. As we talk that glass line reactor has very good advantage over different exotic materials when the product has very highly acidic. SS304, 316, 316L, even 904L sometimes not work in the acidic reactions. So glass line reactor is provide you very good operations as well as a cost comparison with the exotic material. So glass line reactor has been used. Now in the same reaction, the acidic reaction has been completed. Now we have to do the addition of like caustic or sodium sulfate, any. So my pH has been gone up to 8 or 9, 9, 10, 11. So pH has gone. Now you cannot use the glass line reactor for the same reactions. So you have to move these product from glass line reactor to the different materiology like an N04 or L or Hastelloy. So you have move that product into the second reactor, and now in the second reactor you can take the basic reactions. So second step of reaction will be carried out in 904L or Hastelloy C reactors. Now we have done in this reaction. Now I have to do the chlorination of the products. Now when the third reaction is a chlorination of this product, 904L is not good for the chlorination purpose. So what I have to do, I have to transfer this material from 904L reactor to the second next reactor, Inconel or Monel. Okay, or maybe we have to if the temperature is not high, we can go for the PTFE or PFA line reactor. So we have transferred this material to the next set of reactor where we do the chlorinations. So we completed the reaction in Inconel or either or PTFE or PFA line reactor. So we can complete the reaction in set of this. Now then drying crystallization is completed. Now the product has been changed and the next campaign has been started. So I have P1 product has been completed. Now we will second product is P2 product. Now what happened? P2 product has been will start with the acidic reactions. Sorry, basic reactions. So when the basic reaction comes normal, so I can use the SS304 316L reactor. So I instead of first glass line reactor, I will use the SS304 or 316L reactor. Okay. So my reaction has been completed basic in the SS304 316 316L reactor. So we have completed the reactions. Now again, what happened? I have to do the brominations. Now we call this a bromination. So bromine is very high toxic and halogenated compound. So bromine is not very good with the even Inconel, glass line, mild steel, carbon steel. It is very only useful with the PTFE, PFA or PVDF lined. So one more word is polyvinyl difluoroethylene. So PVDF material will be used where the bromination has been occurred. Okay, sir. So bromination has been completed with the PTFE or PFA line reactor, and the product has been transferred to the next system. Now I have to do the drying. Now when the bromine has been used, there is an issue of the drying. So I have used the tray dryer. Now tray dryer is basically like SS316, 316L, any. Okay, but the bromine is very highly corrosive. So what happened? In the tray dryer also, we have to use a PTFE line or PFA line tray or PP tray if the temperature doesn't require very high or temperature sensitive product is not there, like a 70-80 degree temperature. So we will use again different type of a crystallizer or dryer for the same bromination products. So bromination has been completed. Now again the product has been transferred. Now here new fundamental has been comes in. Sometimes what happen, different countries different has a different requirement. Like if we go for the Japan countries, or we go for the European countries, or we go with the American companies where export is there. All three countries have a different requirement. Why? Because European company require the CE marking as well as the different uh, product with the isolations and the minimum amount of the other product impurity. So what happens now? You have done the product. Now this is the open environment. When you do the drying and everything material, then after drying in the tray dryer, what will you do? You, by manual scoop, you will remove the powder. Okay, and then you will charge into the bag. So there will be a completely open cycle. So there is a contamination issue from the environment, and this country doesn't allow any contamination from the outside. Because so what happened, we have to do a closed environment, create the closed environment. So there will be a closed room cycle where the powder product handling will be there. So in the single same plant, when the closed room will be applied, same product will be meet the specific client's requirement. If you see the our first, now I will go here. First sentence: multi-purpose plant is agile and allow manufacturer to meet the specific demand and quality requirement. When the quality does it world-class quality, so the country like European, American doesn't require to any contamination from the outside environment. So you have to pack the product in the closed room environment. So there will be glass cabin or aluminum closed cabin. There will be single piping material. So the product has been directly in the closed room taken, and then the product has packaging has been done with the nitrogen blanketing. So there will be no any contamination will be done, and you can sell this product to the outside of the India or any countries. So you can meet the specific requirement in the same plant. One product has been manufactured without any specific requirement, and the same product has been manufactured with this specific other client's requirement. So it is a purpose has been different. So you can produce a world class quality product in a single plant. Now again, a different like the requirement of the countries. What is multi When we talk about the multi-purpose plant, we have not taken any like the different guideline. A pharma companies has a different guideline like 3M, USFDA, CGMP. These are the different uh, codes and requirement to meet the specific pharma product manufacturing. If you manufacture the paracetamol, everybody knows what is paracetamol or any crocin, the same drugs, acetylophenac, are different drugs. So these drugs are manufactured in the plant, but all these countries have a different requirement. If you go with the American plant, they require the USFDA, United States of Food and Drug Administration. What is the specific requirement in the pharma? You can manufacture paracetamol and you can sell in India easily or in an African country without any specific demand or requirement. Now, if you want to sell this paracetamol in American or European countries, what you have to do? Basically, in each and every steps of the process, the plant should be a closed room with the double door, a specific blanketing of the nitrogen so you doesn't ingress any oxygen or any other gases from the outside. When even the tablet is manufactured in the powder form, it also convey with the closed piping, and the powder has been packed with the granulators in the strips forms. And again, the product has been transferred to the tablet manufacturer with the nitrogen system, and with the nitrogen blanketing, the product has been packed with the strips. So the whole plant from start to end, it is required the closed environment with this very stringent requirement. So in same plant, you can manufacturing the one product where you can sell up to you can sell a paracetamol to African country, but the same product you can sell also in the American country also, because you have to meet the specific requirement from the client end. Now when we this is the specific requirement of like US FDA, United States of Pharmacopoeia. Again, CGMP is basically for a Canada guideline. Now, again, a multi-purpose plant has a different sets of, like we can say here now, pesticide, insecticide, and herbicide. Now, we have talked second chapter, specialty API pharma. Now we will talk about the pesticide, insecticide. Pesticide, insecticide has also, there are this some specific pesticide which required in a closed room environment, but the same product for the other countries doesn't require any closed room environment. So same product can be manufactured with open room, and same product can be manufactured in the outside area or closed room environment. Now, general chemical product, everybody knows there are numbers of solvent chemicals has been manufactured. So in the single plant, you can manufacture different type of fertilizer also. Direct fed single reactor, different fertilizers also. Now mineral processing. Now the words is comes with the fine chemicals. Uh, what about what is the fine chemicals? Basically, a fine chemical is nothing but the specialty chemical where a special fine materials has been purchased. Now, what is these chemicals are? These are the basically chemicals. It is basically used for the like a catalyst, powder coating, then mixing. Now oxidations, different provide the oxidation material, different type of reduction potential material. So these are the fine chemical which are being used for the production of other chemicals. But the fine chemicals have a very unique uh, approach, because always a fine chemical manufactured in a very small amount, but the cost is very high, because it's orient uh, proprietary material. Proprietary things are with the patent material basically. So again, now when we go about the different sets of the equipment, now we will talk about the different equipment. A phase separation, when we talk about the phase separation, filtration have a like crystallizers, different type of crystallizer there, dryers is there, evaporator is there. So like evaporation is there. So in single reactor, it is product is there is a solvent or water is also solvent. So different type of solvent is there. You have to remove the solvent from the drug or any chemicals. What you will to do in a single reactor, you can hit the material and vaporize the solvent and remove, then condense and remove that one. But now you can remove the material up to specific demand, because it's a reactor. Otherwise what happen, the complete powder formation has been occurred in the reactor. You cannot taking out the powder from the reactor outside. So what happen, 30% or 20% slurry will be transferred to the evaporator system, where it has been vaporized, or drying application will be there. So you can remove like one we called is a ANF, agitated noise filter. What is, and then one is comes with the ANFD, agitated noise filter dryer. Now what is agitated noise filter basically? Basically agitated noise filter is basically with a shaft and compressor and compression is there, and the protein transfer slurry into man, and the material has been pushed and liquid will be separated by the force. So now the product is has been the 44% of the solvent or any water or any contaminations is there. So what we you will hit the same reactor and you can get the dry product, and the bottom shaft will be open and you can get the dry product. So in single equipment you can do the filtration, you can do the vaporizer, and you can do the drying operation also. So A single reactor, single type of sets of equipment will be used for the different applications. So phase separation has been done, filtration has been done, drying has been done, even crystallization has been done. So a one equipment, sets of equipment will be used for the multi-purpose operations. Now we will talk about the different utilities, how it is being used. Basically, a low pressure steam and medium pressure steam. uh, Chill water we have talk about. Cooling water basically when the application is normal, you have to cool the material up to 40°. You will definitely use the cooling water. So cheapest option, cooling water. Now from 40° to 5° or 10°, you will use the chill water. Now again the chill brine. Already we have talked that when you have to crystallize the product or cool down the product up to -10°, -20, -30, -40°, you will use the chill brine. Different of brine like MEG, monoethylene glycol, you will be used for the chilling operation. Now again, what is the low pressure and medium pressure steam? Now low pressure steam is basically we talk about the 145° temperature, normal heating. So we will call this a low pressure steam. And the medium pressure steam from 145° to 250° temperature, you will use the medium pressure steam. Even in many cases you will use the high temperature, high pressure steam also. But what happen when you design the high pressure steam, the equipment cost will be very high because of the thickness of the materials. So if you have a 304 or Inconel material, you applied the high pressure stream of 20 kg, 15 kg pressure, the equipment thickness will be very high. So you want to avoid the thickness. So what you will use? Basically hot oil, a synthetic fluid which provide a 250° temperature with only 3 kg pressure. So the thickness of the material same, Hastelloy will be remain same as low pressure steam. So you can use the hot oil instead of a very high pressure steam at the 250° temperature, even 300° temperature. Now what is why hot water we have written? So in if we see, there are number of herbicide product, number of pharmaceutical product which are the very heat sensitive products. So why is it sensitive? When you heat up to 100° temperature, the product color will be changed from pure white to slight yellowish color, and that is doesn't allow anybody to sell that product in the market. Like a paracetamol is pure white, but it is heated very slightly high, the product color will be slight yellowish, and that product you cannot sell easily in the market. So what, you cannot hit with the low pressure steam, you will definitely go with the hot water system. So hot water will be used where the temperature sensitive products are there. Temperature sensitive, like above 70-80° temperature, the product change its originality, its color, its behavior, degradation will be there. So you will use the same, the hot water system. Now instrumentaire and compressor, what? Now instrumentaire basically operate the instrument of the different control valve, operation on off valve, these. Now a compressor, why compressor is being used? Basically compressor is being used when you have to transfer the product where the air is not uh, uh, very much reduce the reduction potential for the product. So if the product is not sensitive to oxygen, then you can transfer the material with a compressor from one reactor to another reactor. Or you can use a compressor for the pneumatic conveying or powder handling. So one product, the powder is has been dried in the reactor, and then you can use the compressor to transfer that powder to the packing material. So a compressor is being used for the transfer operations also. Now PSA nitrogen, if the product is sensitive with the oxygen, you cannot transfer the material with the compressor. You will use the nitrogen 99.5, 99.6. So the product has been transferred in the powder form from one step to another step with the PSA nitrogen. Also in many cases, like the hydrogenation reaction is there, and the oxygen has been liberated continuously during the reactions. Okay, now if above 10% oxygen, again the oxygen will be ingress into the system, and again reduction potential has been started. So what we have to do, we have to purge the nitrogen normal into the system reactor continuous, and continuous venting will be applied for the blanketing to reduce the oxygen level in the reactor system. So the nitrogen has been used for the transfer of the material, blanketing the material, reduce the reduction potential also. So this nitrogen has been used widely in the many steps, very various steps as well as many steps. Now liquid nitrogen, everybody know liquid nitrogen minus 170 degree. So how it is being used? In many cases, liquid nitrogen is being vaporized, and then pure 99.99% pure nitrogen is being used in the system for the blanketing purpose, because even if PSA nitrogen purity is 99.9, still there is oxygen 0.1%. So in where the system even 0.1% is not allowed, 0.001% is not allowed, you will use a liquid nitrogen system in the blanketing purpose. Also, in some cases, when you have to do the crystallization directly in the reactor, what you will do, liquid nitrogen directly purge into the reaction system to cool the product immediately. Or if the reaction is very highly exothermic and you cannot remove the heat of reaction during that stage, a liquid nitrogen has been used to reduce the exothermicity of the reactor. So same one, when you applied a liquid nitrogen or PSA nitrogen, you can use in many a step or various steps. So you can produce different, you can use the different products, different material, different reaction, different kinetics. So in single plant, you can the different these sets of equipment, utilities, production allow you to produce different sets of equipment, different sets of reaction, different sets of products, and different sets of quality products. So these are the major purpose utilization, and we have talked about. So my webinar is almost over, so we can talk about the question and answer. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
No. I'm looking for anybody. If anybody has question. Badik, you have some question? Badik Prasad.
Sir.
Any question? Any question?
I have a question that multi-purpose plant, when you are switching to another product, so what are the difficulties?
Voice is not coming properly.
Yes, voice is not coming.
Voice is not coming.
Hello, is it coming properly, sir?
Now it is coming.
Yes, sir. My question is that as Sir is discussing about the multi-purpose plant, so when we are switching between one product to another product, so what are the difficulties we face?
Yeah, the very good. But is if you see multi-purpose plant, when I will take one case. It's a pharmaceutical product. One product, I have manufactured one oncology product, pregabalin, then metoprolol, then the doxycycline. So there is 3 oncology products is there. Okay, and each and every product has a different steps. Okay, now my one product doesn't require the hot oil requirement or high pressure steam. It is a normal reaction, normal cycle. So but what in first reaction there will be a product with the raw material has been transferred, and the reaction has been started up to 100-degree temperature. So I have heated. Now then again I have transferred that material in the second step. Then I have a two-step process, and after second step we have distilled out the product, and then again the drying. Now what happened? Now second product. In the second product, what happened? You cannot. You have to check the process whether the temperature has been changed. Now in second product, I have to go with a very high temperature product. Okay, so again I have to go for the 150-degree temperature or 200-degree temperature. Second product. Okay. Now what I will check, if it is a multi-purpose plant, I will check whether each and every steps, when my reaction kinetics can be a feasible for multi-utility or multi-material construction is useful or not. Otherwise, what happen? First reactor is glass line. For the first product is okay. Even second product is okay. Now, when I have changed after 3 months, is the second product is coming. Now, second product is start with the basic reaction. So what happened? I have the modular component. So I have one set of SS304316L reactor is also there, or 904 Hastology. So I will carry out that reaction in the directly in the second steps. Okay. So what I will do the reaction in the second step in the exotic material, then I will manually transfer, or I have to change the piping material component. Now in multi-purpose plant, if you see, the campaign based plant has a sets of utilities already there, sets of material construction also there. So what, in this modular plant you have a different materiology: glass line reactor, SS304316 MS, glass line, PTFE, PVDF line. So this maximum materiology you can use at any time. Okay, so reaction will be, you can taken in the any type of difficulty. Now what happened? The second step, you have to go again on the first steps. So piping material you have to change. You have to change some of the operation manually also, or you have to change the piping also. So difficulty comes when you have completely unknown products, completely unknown. But when you have a campaign based goal, so I have a 4 products, I have to manufacture 4 product in a year. So I know from the day first this 4 product is coming for the whole year. So I have select the all the equipment, all the utilities, all the material of construction, all the sets of unit operation accordingly my 4 products. Okay, so there is no one issue for the 4 product. Now when we comes in this situation, like a pandemic situation, current pandemic situation, our recent 3 or 4 client, what has the issue? They have the multi-purpose plant, but they have normal equipment, sets of equipment. They have only SS304L glass line reactor. They doesn't have any PTFE PFA line reactor, or even they have not any Hastology reactor. So what happen if they doesn't have this sets of equipment? They have to modify the complete plant. Okay, so in multi-purpose plant, when we applied all type of like acidic based product, basic products, halogen based compound, high temperature based compound. So when we select a proper materiology, you have a very flexibility inbuilt with the reaction cycle. So you can take the carried out the different reaction, different model, different hydrogenation, bromination, chlorination, fluorination. So any reaction you can use with the different sets of material. Otherwise what happen, if my one of the client has only 3 material of construction, they cannot carry out the material reaction. So the purpose of the multi-purpose cannot sets properly. So again you have to do the jugglery, you have to brought the equipment, again 6 months is gone, and so there will be issues. So these issues comes when you have not proper utilities, you have not proper material of constructions, you have not proper unit operations. So this issue comes when you have unidentified a product has been come. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions? Hello. Hello.
Sir, how much time it takes to clean the reactor, like batch reactor, average time? Like,
Voice.
yeah.
Yeah. Voice has
Sir,
been break.
yes, sir.
Baddi,
I'm asking.
our time is up.
Yes, sir.
Our time is up. Like we have to
Sir?
wind up because another session is planned. So you can
Okay.
mail me the question. I will mail the sir. Mail to sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Himanshu sir, thank
Okay.
you for
Thank you.
coming
Thank
and
you.
delivering a very good talk on this multi-purpose plant. And we will look forward to you in future also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Sir.